All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Madrid. And we are here for our second match of the day. And this match is a very interesting one because we have Jannik Sinner, who we all know, we've all watched, favorite for the tournament, probably favorite for the foreseeable future in every tournament until Alcaraz comes back. And he's taken on Jodar, who is he's been around for the last couple of weeks as one of the kids to watch. And he's really broken out this week. So he played really well in Barcelona. He won a tournament a couple of weeks earlier. And now he is taking on Sinner. He has taken out Dimonor. He's taken out Fonseca. He's been on a run. He's at career high ranking. He is on a tear in his first ever, really his first proper season. Because last year he did play, but didn't play any of these big events. He didn't play any of the Grand Slams last year. He didn't play any of the 1000s last year. And now he won in Morocco. He also won a bunch of challenges last year on the hard courts, so that's interesting to see, considering that he's made his mark on the clay. Made the third round of Miami, second round Australian Open, and now he's in the quarterfinals of his first ever 1000 at home in Spain. But he's taken on Sinner, the world number one. It's Sinner's tour. I mean, this is no Alcaraz. It's the Sinner show. Let's see how he does. Let's see how he looks, because it's going to be tough for multiple reasons. One, physically, because Jodar has played a lot of tennis and he has shown signs of fatigue, as he would. It's his first big, it's his first big season, right? All the young players show fatigue. There's not many players that don't. So let's see if he can put on a bit of a show against Sinner and make Sinner work for this win. Or beat him. But how are we doing, Chad? What's going on? Jodar on a tear, loving his performance in the home crowd. Yeah. I'm interested to see the crowd as well, because we talked about the other day how we were talking about how this should be the night match. Like, it's crazy to think that this is not prime time, night session, Sinner Jodar, local. Like, why is it not a night? But I think we all thought that the reason why this is during the day is because Sinner probably doesn't want to play night. And me, being the world number one, does get a bit of a sway, I would say. And when he wants to play, despite the local being, because of course, this Feast Lehechka is not the same as this match. Even though it's still a good match in its own right. But, So, better for Sinner that it's during the day, because that means he might not have to deal with as much of the crowd. Also, the conditions will be a little quicker. It is going to be wet, though, so it might not be as quick as it was the other day when it was nice and sunny. But if the weather is damp, maybe Sinner will have to work a little bit harder for it. But yeah, I think Jodar can win a set. I don't know about the match, though. Yeah, I'm sort of in that same boat. I think that he could win maybe the first set. For sure is up for grabs, but I don't think the match is a little bit of a stretch. 1 second, Jack. So let's see what's up. Head saying Sinner in 2, but heart wants it to be a 3-setter. I don't mind either who wins. Okay. Well, Sinner is the heavy favorite. So that is probably no surprise. But he is the favorite for this one. But look, great test. I think this is such a perfect time for these guys to play because Jodar's been playing really well. He won a title, right? Why not give him the ultimate test to play the world number one, right? You know, we had to wait almost a year to see Fonseca take on the best. So it's cool that we get to see Jodar taking on Sinner this early in his career because, like I said, even Alcaraz versus Nadal and Djokovic, we had to wait for those matches a long time before we saw them. We were lucky enough that Menchik took on Djokovic pretty early on last year in Miami, so that was fun. We saw Tien taking on some top 10 guys, but we didn't get to see him. He didn't play the top guys until like later last year. So yeah, so it's cool that we have to actually get to see Jodar play against the best and it's also good for him too because that means, you know, win or lose, he can go away from this and, you know, work on whatever he needs to or learn something from today's match. Either way. I'm worried about Sinner being mentally tired. He mentioned he is a bit and not really fully focused. I wouldn't be too worried about that. Hope all's well. I haven't really been keeping up recently. Which player has looked the best on clay so far this year? Hey, thank you, Odyssey, for joining. Welcome back. Best on clay this year, I mean, it's got to be Sinner because he's won so much lately. Fisa has looked good, though, too. Zverev's been decent, too. I know Zverev hasn't won a title, but Zverev's been decent. Alcaraz is out, so it opens the door for a lot of people. But yeah, Sinner's definitely been the man is the man to beat on the clay. Now with Alcaraz out, it's even more apparent. Sinner moves gracefully on the clay. Yeah. Sinner versus Blokst would be awesome. No, we need Ruud to win, please. We need Ruud to win. Sinner versus Feast, banger, semi-final. Oh, yeah. That's what I would love to see. As expected then, thanks for answering. I've seen Casper Ruud as being good results. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's had a good week so far. He played a crazy match against Tsitsipas yesterday, which was so much fun. We've had so many matches the last couple of days that have gone the distance. It's been, Madrid has been very, very good. A lot of epic matches, which has kept us entertained. I need to see Sinner Ruud final. Okay, that'd be fun. That'd be great for Ruud to get to the final as a defending champion. That'd be actually awesome. Be really good for him, you know, like it's awesome to see him, defending a title is not, especially at 1,000, biggest trophy of his career, right? So, yeah, for him to get, by the way, if Ruud wins tomorrow, he will go from number 25, unless Feast loses tonight, he will go from number 25 to number 18. So it's a pretty big match tomorrow against Blokst. Because if he does win, he will fly up the rankings. So it's a pretty big, pretty significant match tomorrow. If he wins and he gets to number 18 or 19, and he's top 20 by when we go to Rome, that's pretty good. If he loses tomorrow, he's 25 in the world, and that's a huge drop, right? Sinner got to be clear favourite for Roland Garros without Alcaraz, but if he goes out, it's wide open. Oh, yeah, for sure. If he goes out, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Ruud's not going to make it to the final. He's going to get kabullied. Nah, Zverev is going to kabully the bully. You want to do it there, do you? Now, Zverev's going to get his revenge over Kabuli. Whoever won titles in clay so far, Feast, Jodar, and Sinner. Yeah. Yep, those are the three. The big three. Also Shelton. You can't forget Shelton. Dimitrov's struggling in a challenger. Is he? It's a pretty stacked challenger, to be fair. Not another Sinner versus Vera, please. Well. Hi, Cam. Just appreciate what you're doing every day. Hey, appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining. You're the reason I'm watching tennis. Hey, I love that. Thank you for sticking around. Yeah, so tomorrow the schedules come out. Tomorrow, first match tomorrow. It's going to be the same times as today. So we're going to have the exact same schedule. So start time's the same. Second match starts the same. Third match is, the night session's the same. I'll tell you this, chat. And I know they're but I would really appreciate if Madrid had 3 matches during the day and 1 night match. Why do we need to have 2 during the day, 2 during the night? I guess so they can charge the same price, and it makes it easy for everybody to understand the pricing. But I feel like they could easily have just done 3 matches during the day, right? Fill the whole day session, because if this match is not a good match, and it's a flop, and it finishes in an hour, they're going to have 3 hours of nothing on center court. I don't know why they wouldn't do 3 matches during the day, 1 night match, make that the night match be the blockbuster night, the biggest match, right? And then put the doubles on afterwards. I don't understand why that schedule wouldn't make more sense. Especially if you put this match on at night. You don't need 2 matches if this is the match we get, right? I don't know why that is not a thing. But I'm not a tournament director, so what would I know? What would I know? Tomorrow we've got Blocks Rude first, then Baptiste and Andreeva. Then the night session is going to be Zverev Kaboli, and then followed by Potapova and the winner of tonight's match. So semi-finals for the ladies are tomorrow as well. So it's all coming to an end. It's a big day, And then we got men's semi-finals Friday, women's final Saturday, men's final Sunday. So it's it ends. And I don't like that either. I don't like the tournaments ending the way they end. I wish they did a whole day of finals on the last day. Last day, finals. There's 2 finals on the end day. Why are we doing this way? Do it like Indian Wells. Indian Wells had the best schedule for a 2-week Masters. They hands down best schedule for these events. They know what to do. They've been doing it for the longest. Just use the Indian Wells schedule template. It's much, much, much better. I think Novak is only real hope of getting Sinner out of Roland Garros. I mean, maybe. Champion League semi-final tonight in Madrid. Okay. But they're playing matches as well. So, maybe that's why they didn't put Jodar at night. Oh, that's actually a good point. Is that why they didn't put Jodar on at night? They didn't want to clash with Real or Barcelona or whoever. Who is it? Doesn't matter. We'll win anyway. Oh, Atletico Madrid. Why did I think it was someone else? Yeah, okay. Actually Madrid, though. What, is it in Madrid or is it in... They're playing in Madrid tonight? Yeah, they are. Okay, that makes so much sense. All right, that totally explains everything. So everything I ever said about this schedule being bad, I take it back. The reason why, that's 100% the reason. Yes, okay, Sinner wants to play during the day, so he probably would have been like, hey, I would love to play during the day, but they 100%, 95% reason why is because there's a huge semi-final football clash tonight, and they didn't want to put this match on at the same time. That's the only explanation. They didn't want to put this match on at the same time as that in the same city. That it wouldn't have got. They didn't want to risk it. That's it. It all makes sense now. We got Chad. How annoying is it that that we have to question our we have to bend our schedule to the other sports? How stupid is that? I still stand by it though. They should have done 3 matches during the day and 1 at night. Nobody would show up for the tennis tonight. Not if a local team's playing. If they were playing, if it wasn't Madrid Arsenal in Madrid, maybe they would not be worried. But yeah, I reckon they're just trying to avoid a clash with the local kid up against the local football team. I saw a rumor that Draper is out of the full clay season. Is that true? I haven't heard that rumor. I've only heard that Fritz might be out of the whole clay season. I haven't heard about Draper. All right, players better walk out on court. They are shutting the roof. The roof is shutting. Or is half shut. The roof is... I'm pretty sure it's closing. Yeah, they are closing the roof. The roof is shutting. Does that make a difference? Probably not. I don't think it makes a difference. Because it's not really that warm anyway. Jude was at the Jodar match yesterday. Real midfielder. Yeah, I heard about that. He's been there the last couple of days, hasn't he? Advantage Sinner? I mean, indoors, outdoors, I think it's still advantage Sinner anyway. All right. Right. But yeah, they're shutting the roof, and then the players will appear. Sindar, is that what we're calling it? Sindar? Advantage was for Rude, and look what Blocks did. They haven't played yet. When do you think Sinner's next loss will be? You know what? Probably after the French. I think the best chance to get Sinner is post-French Open, before Wimbledon. On the grass, when he's making that switch from clay to grass. I think that might be the chance. And there's probably only like a handful of players that you could pick, like Bublik obviously last year did that. That's the only time that I can see him losing at this stage. Obviously, if he comes into a match against Djokovic or Zverev or somebody in the top 10 and he's not 100%, that's a problem. But if he's fit and he's healthy, I think the best chance you're going to get against him is if you play a long 5-setter at the French or when he's making that switch to the grass after Roland Garros. Until then, I'm like, he shouldn't lose. And that's like with the little asterisks of like, he shouldn't lose unless he gets hurt, right? And no one can predict injuries. So, there's no point in going, well, he might not win Madrid because he might get hurt. Yeah, everybody could get hurt in Madrid. Anybody could anything could happen. But, so like, just put a little asterisk next to it saying, okay, well, if he's healthy, I couldn't see him losing until he plays unless he plays a huge 5-set like epic on a warm day in Paris, or as he's transitioning onto the grass courts post Roland Garros. They're the only times. All right, here we go. They're back on. They're on court. It's a pretty good crowd. I gotta be happy with that. You gotta be happy with that, even though it is 4 p.m. and with the roof shut, it feels like a night match, which is kind of cool. It does feel like you could have told me this was like 8 p.m. and I would have believed you. So it does have that atmosphere, and also with the roof shut, the crowd's just gonna echo and it's gonna feel like a coliseum. So this is gonna be really fun. The atmosphere will be there. I was a little worried that being 4 p.m. was not going to be, it's going to be a little bit quiet. But now this is going to feel like the match that we all have been talking it up to be. So this is going to be interesting. As long as we get a good match now, everything's set up to be, we've got the crowd, we've got the atmosphere, the roof's shut. We just need it to be, the match needs to be good. Why is the roof closed? Because there's rain around. And they don't want to have an interruption for this match. Oh, Mohamed Liani's there. Let's hope he doesn't fuck up the calls again. By the way, Chad, do umpires actually get penalised for making bad calls? I mean, he did take a point off Menchik yesterday. I mean, he legitimately, like, it actually took a point away from Menchik. Does he get in trouble for that? Or because, I mean, he's like, the next day, it's almost like he got promoted. Because now he's umpiring the best match of the day on paper. So it's like he got promoted. But he made such a crucial error last night. So I'm like, does he get like, I mean, I guess they do a review after every tournament. So maybe he'll get like maybe after the tournament, they'll be like, hey, that wasn't good. The only way Sinner can do is early lead and wide at the start. This will silence crowd. Well, yeah, the crowd has gone crazy already. It's a $25,000 penalty. There's no chance. Umpire's not getting paid that much. There's no way the umpire's getting $25K penalties. No shot. They should give a penalty of $25K. But wait, they shouldn't. That's insane. $25,000 for a tennis player is okay, I guess. But $25,000 for an umpire to penalize the umpire for $25,000? That's insane. What do you think these umpires are making millions of dollars a year? No way. You think the umpires are making more than the players? Like, come on. I think something, obviously he made a pretty decent mistake, but I don't think he should be penalized $25,000. That's stupid. Anyways, that's insane. Imagine you made a mistake at work and it cost you like $3,000. Shit. Like, personally. Like, you can make a mistake. Anyways, whatever. He made a mistake yesterday, but they just got to I feel like yesterday was a turning point in the rules. They shouldn't let the umpires call not up. Just don't let the umpires call not up. We don't need that rule in place anymore. Just let the players review whether or not they thought somebody didn't get to it. Anyways, that was yesterday. Today is today. Sinner Jodar. They've never played before. First time meeting. Let's see what's up. I'll tell you this. Even though he did make a mistake yesterday, Muhammad Liani is one of the most... He's definitely a character. Like, I don't really like it when umpires insert themselves in matches for the sake of it, but he definitely brings a different... Like, him calling the score and him getting excited almost, like that, he does bring the drama to the match a little bit with the way that he speaks and the way that he announces stuff. Like, he is an entertainer in his own way. Probably the most entertaining umpire. He just doesn't need to get involved, All right. 1 or 2 drops and it's play suspended. Well, it's not raining anymore. Maybe he was the reason why the roof shut. He's like, yeah, well, let's close the roof because I'm scared of water. He's the opposite of Murphy. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some professional, strict rule umpires. I mean, they're all playing by the rule, but they all definitely have their like every umpire definitely has their favorite rule to enforce. Like, some like to really be hard on the time violations. Some of them like to talk like really. I mean, Muhammad Liani is very like player safety, right? So whenever it starts raining, he's like, even if they water the court too much, he's going to be on the ground being like, oh, the court's a little wet. We don't want you to slip over. So he's very cautious. Like, they all have their own fun. They all have their favorite rules and favorite way to officiate. It's weird. But I guess, look, umpires are not robots, are they? They all have their own personalities. All right, here we go. They're warming up the serves and we're going to get started. We're going to lock in, chap. We're going to lock into this one. No nonsense. We're locking in because this is an opportunity for Jodar to give himself the biggest test in tennis at the moment. To take on the best player on the planet in your house. So let's see what happens. I respectfully disagree with your assessment of Sinner having an easy draw. Jodar feast on his half has much tougher competition than Zverev. Yeah, but like, I said that at the start of the tournament. So like coming in now and saying that, oh, Sinner's draw is tougher now? But yeah, but you're talking about like, you're responding to something I said like a week ago. So obviously things have changed. Also, when I say easy draw, I always talk about the first week. Like, I think people get confused. They're like, but Cam, he's going to play Alcaraz in the final. And I'm like, yeah, but like, whenever I say easy draw, I'm always talking about that first, like, until the quarterfinals. Because once you get to the quarterfinals, it's supposed to be hard, right? Unless there's upsets. Like, you're going to play quarterfinals onwards. You're always going to play top 10 players, or you're possibly going to play top 10 or top, 5, right? In the semis, so yeah. So yeah, like a week ago, I stand by that anyway. He did beat Mola easily. He beat Norrie pretty easily. He lost a set against Bonzi, which was weird, but he got through easily in the end. Sinner hasn't been tested this week, really. So I stand by that. And now he's taken on a wild card. And then the next match will be Fiesel Lehechka, which isn't easy, but it's better than playing anybody else. Anyways, that goes to the net from... He could have played Fonseca. And that goes to the net by Jodar, love 15. All right, chat. All right. There's a bit of fault second serve. I'm going to go Sinner in a close... Did I say close straight sets? I can't remember. Did I say close straight sets in the preview? Backhand to backhand rally? I know you all watched it. As Sinner shanks it wide, it's 15-0. By the way, Jodar has an extra person in his box. That's weird. Who's that guy? Who's that guy in the back? That's got to be his brother or something, right? That's got to be his brother or his cousin or something. 15-0. As a return goes into the forehand of Jodar up the line is a winner by Jodar. And it's 30-15. Somebody snuck into the Jodar coach's box and is creeping up in the corner. He's just like, we can see you, buddy. It must be a relative. A brother or a cousin. Definitely looks like a relative. Otherwise it would be, or maybe an agent. Maybe it's an agent. Maybe. Good serve. 40-15. All right, Jodar, first game, 40-15. All right, serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. As a return goes into the forehand of Jodar, slice from Sinner. Jodar comes in, puts it away, and Jodar wins the first game. That's a nerve settle-up. It's 1-0. 1-0 Jodar. Wouldn't be surprised if Sinner double bagels this teenager. It's not too late to delete. It's not too late to change your mind. It's not too late. Double bagel is still near impossible. I'll tell you what, I can safely say there is 0% chance that it's going to be a double bagel. I don't know. I just got to feel I can guarantee that we're not getting a double bagel. I don't know why. I don't know what makes me feel like that, but I just feel like that. Sinner will not double bagel. That's a guarantee. Oh, it's 1-0 Jodar. All right, Sinner serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Jodar. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Up the line to the slice of Jodar. Sinner comes in. No, he doesn't. He stays back. Oh, and he sprayed it wide. Okay, Sinner going a little too aggressive. Love 15. It could be a double bagel against Sinner, though. Maybe. Nah. Love 15? Nah. As we to serve again from Sinner. That would be the craziest upset of the year. One of the craziest upsets of all time. That happened. Love 15. As the return goes out by Jodar. And it's 15-0. All right, 15-0. Serve again. As the return goes into the backhand of Sinner. Backhand from Jodar on the stretch. Sinner with a volley. Jodar's going to get there. And hit a passing shot. Winner! Oh, okay. Wait, but great shot. But I'm a little scared that if he does that too early, too many times, is he going to be able to go the distance? I love that he's going for it like this, but is he, like, you know what I mean? Great shot, though. But, like, I'm also a little, like, energy-wise, don't do that too often, right? You got to get those legs into the third if you go there, right? Anyway, 15-30. Maybe he's going for the double bagel. Serve. Serve. Into the backhand of Jodar, and then Sinner with a drop shot winner. Beautiful drop shot. 30-0. 30-0. All right, serve again from Sinner. Sinner serves again. This is usually where Sinner serves an ace. And he serves an unreturnable. Close enough. 40-30. That's called clutch. 40-30. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Serve from Sinner. Oh, double fault. We get the deuce. That is unclutch. It's a word. I'm sure it's a word. All right, serve again from Sinner. Sinner serves. Another fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Jodar. Jodar missed the return. All right. Advantage Sinner. By the way, to the guy in the chat spamming, please stop spamming. All right, advantage Sinner. To take the game. Serve out wide. Ace. Nice. All right. Sinner has the game. It's 1-0. 1 game all. All right, back to Jodar. By the way, Chad, I have no idea who these people are they were talking to that were talking in the front row, but they must be famous because they in the front row and they put the camera on them, so I don't know who they are though. Apologies. Anybody know who they were? As the return goes in the backhand of Sinner. Backhand now from Jodar to the back of Sinner. Jodar back into the forehand of Sinner. Oh, and Sinner hits the baseline. Love 15. All right, love 15. As we had a forehand. It's a forehand rally. Now back over Sinner. Oh, he pushed it wide. I think Jodar might have hit a bit of the clay that was they keep showing this. Oh wait, so it's I think it's the former is it the owner of the tournament? Who's the guy in the front row? Is that the tournament owner maybe? 15-0. I have no idea who these people are. I'm confused. Backhand return. Into the forehand of Jodar. Backhand goes in from Sinner. Jodar missed the volley. 15-30. Ion Tariq? Is that it? I know that's him, but who are the other people? Because he was there yesterday. 15-30. Chance here for Sinner to get a break point. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Jodar. Sinner backhand. Goes long, and Jodar gets the 30-0. Jodar 30-0. All right, 30-0. Jodar serves again. Jodar serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Jodar. Again to the forehand of Sinner. Jodar backhand. Into the Sinner backhand. Jodar with a forehand cross court. Sinner gets it. Up the line to the backhand of Jodar. Sinner backhand again. To the backhand of Jodar. Sinner backhand on the stretch. Jodar forehand. Inside out in the net. And it's a break point. 30-40. Sinner to get the break. 30-40. All right, Jodar serves. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return goes for Jodar. Drop shot. It's too good. Sinner went running the wrong way. All right, we get the deuce. Great hands from Jodar. All right, deuce. As Jodar serves again. Into the backhand. Sinner return goes forehand of Jodar. Sinner backhand. Into the forehand of Jodar. Sinner with the forehand again. And Jodar forehand goes wide. Advantage Sinner. By the way, chat, we're almost at 200 likes already. Thank you. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. All right, advantage Sinner. Another set point. We have fault second serve. As a return for Sinner in the net. Jeez. That was a poor miss. All right, deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Again. All right, as we get a forehand up the line from Jodar. Slice, Sinner goes in. Jodar goes cross-court with a forehand. Sinner gets that back as well. Jodar with a bounce smash. Sinner with the backhand. Goes long and Jodar gets to advantage. He had to hit like 3 extra shots, but he got there. All right, advantage. Jodar to get the lead again. All right, advantage Jodar. He serves to the front of Sinner. Jodar backhand again. The front of Sinner. Drop shot. Sinner goes wide. Jeez, not even close, that one. All right, 2-1 Jodar. He takes the lead. Currently, Jodar is at a 9.5 performance rating. He is going nuts. It is crazy. He is crazy. All right, how we doing, chap? Six one Sinner. Well, it's not too late to delete that message. Sinner's rating, he is at a 8.3. It's really early though, so it's only basing it off like Jodar's at a 9.8 on backhands, 9.7 on forehands. So I mean, it's really early days for the rating is, you know, hasn't evened out yet. Winners and errors, though. 3 winners, 5 errors from Sinner already. 3 forehand errors from Sinner. Jodar's hit 5 winners and 6 errors. 4 forehand winners already. Jodar is doing so well off the get. Oh, yeah. I hope Sinner is not fatigued. I wouldn't be worried right at the moment. Jodar still needs him to stay with this loaded, have a chance. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Back to Sinner. Jodar 2-1. As we default, second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Jodar. Return goes long. 15 love. Sinner's not locked in, but still getting break points. Yeah. Yeah, he missed a couple of second serve returns as well, Sinner, in that game. 15 love. Sinner serves again. Into the backhand of Jodar. To the forehand of Sinner. Jodar backhand again. To the backhand of Sinner. As Jodar backhand goes down the middle. Sinner forehand inside out. That's a good shot. And Jodar's backhand is long. And it's 30 love. All right, serve again. As a return from Jodar goes in the front of Sinner. Sinner hits it long. Great return, Jodar. 30-15. Very different to the Norrie match as well, this one. 30-15. Because, like, Norrie is not going to was not smacking the ball back like this. Wasn't serving like this either, right? Also being a lefty, right? So this is going to be a totally different, like, the start of this match, Sinner's going to be working it out. Again, because he's never played Jodar either. Served down the tees, an ace. 40-15. So there's so much going on with Sinner that he's got to try and figure out. 40-15. Serve again. Down the tee, the back and Jodar. Return the forehand to Sinner. God, Sinner's forehand's not on it. He sprays that one wide too. Sinner is not hitting forehands very well. A lot of errors from that side. Yeah, they're about the same height. These guys. 6'2", 6'3", 6'3", I think. As the return goes in, the drop shot of Sinner. Hodar's going to get there with a slice. Drop shot. Sinner backing up the line. Overhits it. I tell you, chat, these drop shots, Sinner is not... I don't think Sinner's won a drop shot point at all. Like, I think he's lost every single point so far. Like, 0-3 for drop shots. Like, his drop shots are not working. So he's 1 out of 3. He's missed one wide, and that one there was just a sitter. He's only won the 1 point with the drop shot at the moment. As the return goes in from Jodar to the back of the Sinner. Jodar backhand. Into the Sinner forehand. Oh, it hit the line. Ooh. Sinner with a little bit of a... Sorry, I didn't mean to hit it that good. It just caught the edge of the line. Yeah, I don't think he meant to hit it with that much angle. And I was like, how did you get that in? Advantage Sinner. To level. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Jodar. Into the slice of Sinner. Jodar comes to the net. Sinner with a pass. Goes wide. I tell you, Jodar not backing down. Deuce. And that's the thing too. I think look, chat. Let's be honest. We watched enough Jannik Sinner. We know what players and what type of players trouble Sinner, right? What he doesn't like having thrown at him. And Jodar has those things. Sinner doesn't like being rushed, right? He doesn't like having to like sprint side to side. He doesn't want to rally. He wants to be on the baseline. He wants to control the tempo. But Jodar is just rocketing returns and rushing Sinner into hitting shots. Sinner doesn't like that. We've seen that with so many players in the past. Alcaraz is obviously one of them. We saw a little bit with Fonseca. We saw it with Menchik. We saw it with Bubik last year. Like the players that come out here and try and like bully Sinner and try and smack it down the line just like now. Jodar on the forehand goes cross court for a winner. The ones that rip the ball like Jodar is right now are the ones that do better against Sinner than they do against Alcaraz. And Jodar's got a break point to go to 3-1. So he's definitely got the weapons that Sinner doesn't like to play against. But again, for how long? Because I reckon this match is on a time limit for Jodar physically. Because right now he's ripping it. He's got a break point. He's got to get the first set. Sinner serves. A fault. Here we go. You know Jodar's going to go for this one. Like, he's going to grip and rip this one. There's no way he's going to go down without ripping this one back. Second serve, Sinner. Jodar backhand. Into that Sinner forehand. Jodar with a backhand off the tape. Goes in. Sinner forehand inside out. Jodar gets there but hits it at the umpire. Watch out, Muhammad Liani. Watch out. Duck. Duck. Watch out. Ah. Nice hitting from Sinner. He got a little bit of luck. Off the tape. And then he just nailed it. And then Muhammad Liani almost got nailed. Let's see his reaction. Did he flinch? No, that was afterwards. He's awake. Just checking. Just checking that he's awake. All right, deuce. Sinner serves again. There's a return. Goes out by Jodar. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner to take the game and level this first set. By the way, chat, playing a long first set is definitely a strat for Sinner. Hodar's getting some rackets restrung because I think with the roof being shut, maybe it's a different situation to what he thought. So he's getting a couple of rackets restrung. Yeah, Sinner is going to drag, and I know that Sinner, he also has his own thing when matches go long and they're physical and stuff. We've seen that in the past sometimes. But I reckon his strat early is let's just slow this down. Let's make this match as long. It's already been 25 minutes for 3 games. And that's good for Sinner long term. Forehand Sinner. Up goes a lob by Jodar. Sinner with a smash. Oh, he missed it! Oh, no! Sinner dumps it in the net. He looks up to the roof. All right, we're back at deuce. Oh, man, he missed the sitter. Yeah, he just didn't. He swung a little bit too early, and it caught the top of the racket. He just swung a little early. There are a lot of lights on the roof, so maybe he lost it in the lights, but that was rough. He just swung a little early, and he hit in the net. All right, deuce. As Sinner serves a fault, second serve. Second serve, Sinner. Into the forehand of Jodar. Return goes to forehand of Sinner up the line to the backhand of Jodar. Sinner. A backhand again to the backhand of Jodar. A Sinner with the backhand into the Jodar forehand. Sinner with the forehand now up the line. Jodar gets with the backhand. Sinner. Backhand to backhand with Jodar. Jodar in the net. Advantage Sinner. All right, Sinner to level. $10-minute service game, this one. 26 minutes for 4 games. Yeah, but I don't think Sinner minds this because if Jodar is physically gonna have any issues later down the track, all of this is not the worst thing for Sinner. As long as he's physically all right, you know. All right, Sinner with a fault, second serve. Second serve. Is an ace. All right. Sinner levels 2-0. By the way, chat, if you haven't checked out yet, we've got we're collaborating with the new Tennis TV app. Go check it out. There's a link down below, link in the chat. You can watch this match on there. Plus also go through clips and stuff of other matches that you've seen. Go through the highlights of Tsitsipas Ruud yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Go check that out if you haven't already. All right, 2-0. As Jodar serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve as the return goes to the backhand of Jodar. Forehand from Sinner to the backhand of Jodar. Sinner backhand. Into the backhand of Jodar. Sinner goes up the line with the backhand of the forehand of Jodar. Into the forehand of Sinner. Jodar, forehand inside out. Goes long. Love 15. All right, love 15. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return goes into the backhand of Jodar. Sinner. Backhand on the stretch. Jodar backhand up the line. Sinner forehand on the stretch. Jodar. Oh, forehand in the net. Love 30. That was a sloppy forehand. Probably the worst shot he's hit all day. Love 30. All right, love 30. Serve again from Jodar. Serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return the backhand of Jodar. Jodar hits it wide. Love 40. Sinner with the 3 break points now to take the early break. Even though it's been 30 minutes. All right, Jodar serves. A few errors in this game from Jodar. Jodar with a serve. Into the back of the Sinner. Return goes out. One saved. 15-40. All right, 15-40. All right, 15-40. Serve. Into the corner. Sinner. Return goes long. And it's 30-40. All right, serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return goes short. Jodar backhand angle. But Sinner goes up the line for a winner. That's the world number 1. Jodar wouldn't have played somebody who does that shot. Great shot up the line from Sinner on the stretch. Jodar hit a great cross-court backhand. I'll show you on this. We're going to do this, right? We're going to bring out the board. So this is what happened. This is why this was so remarkable. So Jodar hit a decent backhand. He hit the angled backhand, right? It was decent. Decent angled backhand. But Sinner, and Jodar was sort of like out here, so he wasn't that far out of court. But Sinner, with his backhand, just goes up the line and hits it within within a couple, probably about 30 centimeters inside the line. Just lunging back. That was a Djokovic backhand. Like, Djokovic hit that backhand a million times in his life. We used to see Nole hit it. But just up the line, perfect up the line. Just flat, stretched out, like the legs stretched, right? Lunging, perfect shot. And Jodar, that would have been good enough. That backhand he hit against 99% of the tour. He would have hit a winner against most players, but not against Sinner. Not against these guys, not against the top of the top. Beautiful shot. On the break point too. I mean, that's what makes it even more incredible that he hits the best shot of the match to get the break. That's why he's number 1. All right, 3-2. 3-2. Okay. Here we go. 3-2. In 32 minutes, it has been a marathon. But Sinner has the break. As we get a corner from Sinner, he rips it cross court for a winner, 15-love. Beautiful shot from Sinner. All right, 15-love. There's a bit of fault from Sinner. Second serve. All right, return goes to the back of the Sinner. Backhand now from Jodar into the back of the Sinner. That's a great shot. Jodar sliced the back though. Oh, and then Sinner misses the backhand. Wow, okay. Jodar with some great defense. And he catches Sinner out there. Poor miss by Sinner, to be fair. 15-all. Is this delayed? Nope. 15-all. Sinner serves down the tee. Return goes in. Jodar for backhand into the volley of Sinner. Jodar gets there, but it's in the net. Great volley, Sinner. Well, good enough from Sinner. 30-15. Serve again. Into the backhand of Jodar. Sinner backhand. Into the forehand of Jodar. Oh, inside in winner from Jodar on that forehand side. Beautiful shot. 30-0. Remember, Jodar did have a multiple break points, or a couple of break points in the last game. 30-0. And Sinner gives him a little round of applause. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Jodar. Return into the Sinner backhand. Jodar backhand again to the forehand of Sinner. Oh, Sinner pushed it wide. Okay. Break back point for Jodar. 30-40. All right, 30-40. Break back point for Jodar. $30-40. Sinner serves again. Into the backhand of Jodar. Return goes in the forehand of Sinner. Jodar with a forehand long. And we get to deuce. Just can't take one of these breaks. He's had a lot of break points, Jodar. By the way, chat, we're almost at 300 likes. Appreciate that. Again, they're showing celebrities in the crowd. I don't know who they are. All right, deuce. Back to Sinner's serve. That's a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Jodar. Sinner with a drop shot. It's not very good. Jodar gets there and Sinner hits it down the line off the backhand and hit the tape. Jodar gets it back. Sinner with a lob. And it's too good, and Sinner says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the tape. Sinner got real lucky there, because that was not a good drop shot. That was not a good drop shot. Jodar got there with ease, and luckily for Sinner, he was in the right place at the right time, hit the tape, and then hit a lob that just landed in. But that was not a good point by Sinner. Muhammad Ali Honey's like moving around in the chair because the microphone's in the way. He's like, all right, good serve, Sinner. He gets a 4-2. Yeah, Sinner's drop shots are not. They're working at times, but they're not great. They're not as good as they need to be. And look, he doesn't need to hit drop shots against Alcaraz. It's funny because after that US Open final, he spoke about making changes, all that stuff. But was that because of other players or was it because of Alcaraz? Because he's not playing Alcaraz for the near future. So does he need to do those things? Maybe he does. Maybe he still feels the needs. Actually, you know what? Of course he does, because he's going to practice those things when he does play Alcaraz. But again, the drop shots are just not it. He's only won. Besides that drop shot there where he won the point, but he didn't really win the point of a drop shot. He's only won 1 out of 4 drop shot points. Like 3 of them have been, one's wide and 2 have been short, but easy for Jodar to get. I mean, the drop shots are not working. You know, they're not working. Love 30. Jodar in the net. All right, love 30. The flop shot. That's harsh. You said it. That's funny though. But yeah, flop shot. Love 30. That's savage. That's harsh. All right, serve again, Jodar. Into the forehand center. Forehand from Jodar goes wide. Yeah, I think Jodar might just be a little... I wouldn't say he's tired. I feel like that's just a cop-out to be like, oh, he's tired all of a sudden. I think he's just moving his feet a little slower after having the chances and maybe a little adrenaline's worn off, and Sinner's getting some free points now. Love 40. To get the double break here, Sinner. Love 40. Serving to the forehand, Sinner. Into the forehand, Jodar. Sinner with the backhand. Into the Jodar backhand, Sinner. Another backhand. Jodar up the line. Sinner gets it with his forehand. And then Jodar shanks it wide. All right, Sinner's in control now. 5-2. Double break for Jannik Sinner. 5-2. All right. 40 minutes played, but the first 3 games went for like 25 of those. So it's gone a little quicker. Weathered the storm, now he's going to destroy. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You know, we talk, well, those first 3 games or 4 games took like 25, 30 minutes. And even though it looked like Sinner was struggling, probably not the worst thing for Sinner to play an extended start to the match and just push the legs. Because we kind of always look at it in the negative way of like, oh man, what a bad start from Sinner, right? But it's also like, yeah, but it's also not a bad thing, right? Because if Jodar uses all that energy in the first 30 minutes, and I think it was like the 4th point of the match, he ran for a drop shot and he smoked a winner and everyone went crazy. It's like, this is a long match. This is a marathon, right? So if you start sprinting at the start of the marathon, how long are you going to go for, right? So we'll see what's up. But Sinner's going to serve this first set. Jodar was so competitive for the first 5 games. Now Sinner has settled in. Yeah. And Jodar in that last game especially, a lot of errors where he looked a little bit like one step short. Like Sinner hit a good return and he kind of just didn't get out of his own way. And you go, okay, maybe the legs are a little heavy after not getting that break back. And the disappointment of not getting the break back too, right? All right, 5-2. Sinner's going to serve this set. Sinner serves. Into the forehand, Jodar. Return goes into the forehand, Sinner. Oh, Sinner overhits it. Again, Sinner's forehand is another shot that is just not on. He is missing forehands as well. Just super, super weird. Yeah, Sinner's already hit 6 forehand errors. It's by far his worst shot. Serve into the forehand of Jodar. Return the net. 15-all. 15-all. Serve again. Ace out wide. 40 love. Sorry, 30-15. This gave him an extra point. 30-15. All right, 30-15. As with a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the Jodar backhand. Sinner with the forehand again. The backhand of Jodar. Up the line to the forehand of Sinner. Jodar forehand again. Cross court off the tape and it's going to go wide. Oh, that's unfortunate. He was in control there. 40-15. Sinner to take the first set. All right, Sinner serves. He serves a fault. Second serve. Fiesler Hechka playing today. Yep, they are. They're playing tonight. That could be a banger. Backhand return now into the forehand of Jodar, and Jodar in the net. There's the first set. All right, 6-2 Sinner. I feel like the score is a little unfair because Jodar did play a lot better than a 6-2. He played decent. He just, once he got broken at 2-0 and then he couldn't break straight back, it kind of just like sucked the air out of the room. Even the crowd's gone quiet. The adrenaline's probably dropped. Like he's just, 6-2 is a little harsh. It wasn't. He was way better than that. 8.9 on the performance rating for Jodar, 9.3 for Sinner. So he forced Sinner to play better. Sinner started off really sloppy. And Jodar, he started with a bang. But then, once we got to that 3-2 game, it all changed. 8.9 on the serve for Sinner and an 8.4 on the shot quality for Jodar on the serve. Sinner's returns were a 9.3, so that got really good. 8.0 on the forehand, 8.8 on the backhand. Jodar on the ground strokes was a 9.4 on the backhand. 6 winners. No backhand winners from Jodar, though, which is weird. 6 winners and 15 errors from Jodar. 6 winners and 9 errors from Sinner. 8 of those were on the forehand. Like I said, his forehand, Sinner was not looking great. All right. Sinner takes the first, though, even though his forehand didn't help him. So let's see if how Jodar does in the second. All right. Can Jodar come back? Felt like Sinner is a bad matchup for him. I'm going to be honest. I think it's the other way around. I think Jodar, something that I've noticed, right, with Sinner, is that, and this is similar to Djokovic, I guess, as well. If you can hit a decent backhand up the line, it disrupts those guys so much because they're used to going backhand to backhand, right? Cross court. Like, that's what they want to do. Sinner wants to hit backhands cross court all day, right, with you. But as soon as you smack one up the line and you get them, like, moving away from that, and look, Sinner can hit a great forehand on the run. But, like, those are the times when, like, we've seen it with, like, Alcaraz and Runa, and even when Fonseca played Sinner, right? With those guys that can just change the direction of their backhand up the line like that and have an effective one, those guys, like, they just... And that's what Jodar was doing early in this match, which really had Sinner running everywhere. So I think Jodar, long-term, will be interesting against Sinner. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. Sinner hits a pass, Jodar with a volley hits a winner. Lovely shot, 15-love. Even then, like, inside-out backhand, Sinner was running the wrong way. You're catching Sinner, off balance, right? So I think Jodar definitely has the tools to trouble Sinner in the future. Just lacks experience right now. And maybe a little bit of, we all know that when you play Sinner and Alcaraz, you got to take the chance you get. You get like one chance, you got to take it. Like, you can't, it's not like other guys where, maybe you can miss out on a couple of break points, but you always get another one. With Sinner, if you get 2 break points, you got to convert both. Because, he's not that generous, right? At least not on court. But I do think Jodar does have that game that could be a problem, like, could be an issue. Like, Sinner doesn't want to play this guy. I don't think this guy is on his list of, I want to play you more. He's not on the list with Demon or... Why did I bring that up? Anyways, it's 30-15. Serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return the backhand of Jodar. Sinner with the backhand. Into the backhand of Jodar again. The backhand of Sinner. Jodar forehand. Cross court. Sinner gets on the stretch. Jodar forehand. Cross court again is long. 30-all. 30 all. Talking about long term, he can literally disappear after the clay season. Yeah, look, that's not going to happen. Jodar is not going to be a clay court specialist. 40-30. We talked about this the other day. We've seen, so Jodar's junior career, he won the US Open Juniors. He won a massive grass court junior title before Wimbledon Juniors, right? So he's proven that he can play on, at least as a junior, can play on those surfaces. And I know like juniors and the main thing is not the same thing, but challenger events before he won last year. He won 3 hard court challenges. 2 of them were indoors. And then he made a challenger final at the start of the year on the hard courts in Australia. So that tells me again, like if he was only on clay and he'd only won clay challenges and he only won, I would say, he hasn't got any proof that he can play on any other surface, right? But the 3 challenges he won last year and the one that he made the final of this year is proof enough for me that this kid can play on hard courts. And yeah, he won a clay court title at the start of this year, but he also won his first ever Grand Slam match in a main draw at the Australian Open this year. That was his first ever try at a Grand Slam, and he won the first round. He made the 3rd round of Miami in his second 1,000 event ever that he ever played. So again, I feel like it's not, and watching him as well, right? You look at his game and you go, oh, this could work on hard courts. Like Fonseca. He made his name on the South American clay last year a little bit, and the Australian Open, but South American clay was sort of where he first was found, right? But he can play on hard courts. He can do all those things, just because he was a clay court first. So I think Jodar is not going to disappear after Roland Garros. We're going to see him again. He's going to be fine. He's going to be a dangerous player on a fast hard court with that serve and that backhand up the line and those 4. I mean, if he's playing aggressive on hard courts, watch out. Remember, Madrid is the fastest clay court. So the players that play well here are not always the clay quarters, right? 15 love. There's a bit of fault second serve. The only thing that I'm looking at with Jodar is his gas tank over long periods of time, which again will always be a question for a young player. Forehand winner up the line from Sinner, 30 love. Like that's the only thing I've seen over recent weeks where I'm like, oh, he does cramp sometimes, but he'll get through that and he'll get over that because young players will always he's got to get used to this level every day, at this intensity, right? 30 love. Sinner serves a fault second serve. Second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Sinner. Into that forehand of Jodar. Sinner with the forehand of the stretch. Jodar again to the Sinner forehand up the line. Jodar with a backhand cross. Sinner's slice is a bit of a drop shot. Jodar comes to the net. And then Sinner volleys it cross court. That was a great play by Sinner. I don't think he meant to hit the drop shot that well, but that volley was crispy. 40 love. Beautiful shot from Sinner. I think he kind of like dug that. He he kind of scooped that drop shot off his toes. I don't think the bounce. Maybe he misread the bounce, but that volley was perfect. That was almost Federer silky. Whew. 40 love. And as he serves a let. Who will be a good coach for Jodar? Why does he need another coach? He's got his dad. He's working. He's doing fine. 40 love. Sinner serves. Into the backhand of Jodar. Backhand of Sinner up the line. Jodar's going to get with a forehand cross-court winner. Ooh, okay. 40-15. What a shot. On the dead run, just swats it cross court. Look at that slide as well. Look at how he slides into it. Proper clay court 4 in that one. 40-15. Great serve from Sinner down the tee. He levels. 1-1. 1-1. All right, 1-1. Back to Jodar. All right, as Jodar serves a fault, second serve. Serve to the forehand of Sinner, back into Jodar to the back of Sinner. Into the back of Jodar, Sinner backhand. Again to the back of Jodar off the tape. Oh, he gets lucky, Jodar. He'll take it though. 15 love. All right, 15 love. Muguruza in the house. $15 love. As we get a return into the forehand of Jodar. Sinner forehand inside out. Great shot. Jodar gets it. Sinner inside in forehand now. Jodar gets that too. Sinner comes out with a slice. Jodar backhand pass. Oh, he missed it. That would have been incredible. But he just missed it wide. 15-0. Man, he just missed it. Oh, man, that would have been awesome. Just flicked it wide. All right. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner in the net. 30-15. Jodar serves again. Return goes short. Jodar puts it away. 40-15. Hey, Road to Dawn.
It's like watching a young Sinner play, Novak. Once Jannik got used to his ball, Jodar becomes very predictable.
I think of the 5. Well, that's it, right? Those first 4 games that went for 30 minutes, that was the downloading part of Sinner, right? He was downloading the information. And then once he figured that out, yeah. And also Jodar as well, you know, he was probably thinking, wow, I'm doing really well here. And then all of a sudden it was 5-2. Jodar with a lovely volley, though. 2-1. All right. All right. Yeah, like I said, the 6-2 was pretty... Like that... 6-2 was not... It was like the first 4 games and then the second 4 games. It was the first 4 games were very, very competitive. Even the first 6 games were very competitive. It was the last couple of games that Sinner kind of ran away with the set. All right. He is kind of predictable because he is young. He needs time to improve and add details to his game. Yeah, I mean, this is why it's a good thing to play Sinner now. I mean, he's playing the best of the best. So he's going to learn a lot about his game. The score doesn't mean it was easy. Exactly. It definitely wasn't easy for Sinner. Those first 6 games were crazy. Close tiebreak for Sinner now, you reckon? Okay. congrats to Jodar for making it this far. He is playing in the big boys club now. Come on, Mr. Gucci. Hey, thank you, Peaches, for joining. Yeah, look, he's putting on a good performance. You know, this has not been like a 1 hour bagel breadstick. And the thing is, he has shown that he can do stuff. There's been a drop shot winner there from Sinner, and it's 15-love. It would have been disappointing had Jodar lost, you know, in an hour and like 1-1, and it was over fast, right? It's been an hour, and we're only just starting the second, right? And he's shown why he made it this far. But Sinner's showing why he's number one, right? All right, 15-love. Serving to the forehand Jodar. Return goes off the tape, but doesn't go over this time. 30-love. Love. Serve to the forehand of Jodar. Backing it from Sinner. To the backhand of Jodar. A Sinner forehand in the net. 30-15. Sinner serves again. Why is always the crowd against Sinner? Well, he's playing in Spain. Atletico Madrid or Arsenal? Come on now. Up the Arsenal. 30-15. As we had a drop shot from Sinner. Jodar gets there, but he hits it in the net. All right, Sinner's hit 2 good drop shots in this game. Much better than the first set where he missed a couple of... he hit a couple of bad ones. 40-15. Why is Feli always on his phone? Because he's the tournament director, so he's directing the tournament. He can't go in there and just watch the match. He has to, respond to emails and make sure players are happy. I don't know, but he's directing the tournament. He's busy. Serving to the backhand of Jodar, and then Sinner puts away the forehand. 2-0. 2-2. All right, back to Jodar. Jodar's dad is his coach. Yep. And that's the thing, why, the thing with coaches, if it's not going well, make a change. If it's going well, why make a change? What's the point? Jodar's dad is his coach. Why does he need to go get Juan Carlos Ferrero when they're doing so well right now? That there's no reason to change what's working right now for the sake of it. To go further, how do we not know that Jodar's dad, as coach, gets him to a Grand Slam? Because they haven't. They're projecting the right way, right? He's going up and up and up. Why would you get another coach for? There's no need to change. But there's no need to get Jodar get Juan Carlos. There's no need. Or whoever. 30-love. It's working fine for them now. Don't change. Look at Casper Ruud. Look at Ben Shelton, right? They're doing just fine with their... they've done just fine with their dads as the coach. 30-15. As Jodar serves again. If Jodar's career plateaus, then you make a change. Like, let's say he has a whole year where he doesn't improve his results, right? Let's say he loses, he doesn't get to a quarterfinal of a 1,000 for another 18 months. Then go, okay, well, he's not really progressing at that point, right? He's kind of stopped. We might need to make a change, right? But for now, keep going. Keep doing this. They don't need to bring in any new voices. He's doing fine. Keep it going until the need to go to the next level is there. He's doing fine. 40-30. Didn't know that Ruud's dad was his coach? Yeah. Oh, Ruud's coach was his dad? Yeah, it is. All right, serve out wide to the backhand of Sinner. Backhand Jodar up the line. Oh, we just missed it wide. And we get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. Jodar serves again. Sinner wants that break. Serving to the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Jodar up the line, off the tape. Goes in, but it gives Sinner some time to reset. Forehand rally. Sinner up the line. Overhits it. Sinner's forehand is sloppy today. Advantage Jodar. Advantage Jodar. To stay in front. Serve. There's a fault. Serve again. Nope. Serve to the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Jodar again. The forehand of Sinner. Oh, and Sinner kind of cramped himself up and just put it wide. Jodar leads 3-2. Good game to get out of. Got a little bit lucky with that error from Sinner, but hey, you'll take it. All right. How we doing, chap? Where are we watching from? I haven't asked that one yet. Where are we watching from? Where are we watching from? We've got the UK. We've got India, Sydney, Ghana, Pakistan, Los Angeles, Canada, France, London, California, Utah, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Peru, South Dakota, Nigeria, Philippines, Berlin, Italy, Namibia, China, Bulgaria, Paris, Poland, Newcastle, Perth, Minnesota, Norway, New Jersey, Austria, Madrid, St. Louis, New York City. We've got Germany, Dubai, Trinidad and Tobago, Arizona, Saudi Arabia, Green Bay. We got Lisbon, Idaho, Milan, Jamaica. All right, here we go. Sinner to serve. 3-2 Jodar in the second. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Jodar. Sinner forehand goes long. And it's love 15. By the way, thanks everybody for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't already. We watch everything from the quarterfinals onwards. So yes, we are watching the next match, and the next match, and the next match, and the next match, all the way to the finals. And then we got Rome next week. So we got you covered. We have you covered for the entirety of Rome. And then, of course, Roland Garros, where we do long, long hours, 16-hour days. So if you want to watch any of the French Open, I'm probably going to be live for the whole time. From the first ball to the last, I'm probably going to be here. As Sinner hits a smash in the net, it's love 30. All right. Sloppy Sinner. Love 30. Also, any breaking news, any rankings changes, all that stuff is right here as well. Sinner looks stressed, yeah. The draw for Rome will be next week. All right, love 30. Sinner serves. Sinner serves a let. Serve out wide the forehand of Jodar. Sinner with a drop shot. And that was good because Jodar was so far away that Sinner had a little extra time as well. Didn't rush the drop shot. That was the best drop shot he's hit all day. He just had the time. Jodar was way too far out of court. That was perfect, that drop shot. Yeah, Rome starts next Tuesday. $15.30. As the backhand return goes, the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now from Sinner to the backhand of Jodar. Sinner with a forehand again. As Jodar up the line with a forehand winner, 15.40. Okay. Jodar starting to get the crowd involved now. A couple of errors from Sinner and Jodar has taken advantage. 15.40. Jodar is ripping a forehand up the line. Great shot. All right, the crowd have found voice. Jodar to get the break here in the second. Sinner serves. A fault. And the crowd go wild, and the umpire's trying to calm them down. He's like, hey, calm down, calm down. Second serve. Into the backhand of Jodar. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Jodar with a backhand again to the forehand of Sinner. Jodar backhand slice. Goes in the net. Sinner survives. 30-40. Decent forehand. He's been missing forehands a lot today. All right, 30-40, one saved. Still break point for Jodar. Alcaraz is not playing until the grass season. He's out for Rome and Roland Garros. All right, break point number 2 for Jodar in this game. 30-40. Sinner serves. A fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Jodar. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Drop shot. Jodar's there. With the backhand up the line. Sinner with a lob. Oh, it goes in! And Jodar can't get it. Jodar played a great point. But Sinner just flicked the lob over his head. Great lob. Great lob. Especially, he hits the drop shot. Again, that was not a good drop shot. Jodar got there with ease. Smacked it up the line, and Sinner just got it over Jodar's head. It was a smart lob. Feli Lopez is not even watching. Who's he talking to? He's literally just like looking at somebody else. All right. Sinner survives. Deuce. Serving to the forehand of Jodar. Return. Into the forehand of Sinner. Up the line to the backhand of Jodar. Now Jodar backhand to the forehand of Sinner. Jodar on the attack. Sinner forehand again to the backhand of Jodar. Into the backhand of Sinner. Jodar forehand. Again to the backhand of Sinner. It's Jodar forehand inside in. Sinner gets it. Goes cross court. Jodar up the line in the nets. Don't mind that from Jodar though. He's playing the right style. Like he's playing positively. Like, yeah, okay, you can go cross court back to Sinner's forehand, but he's going to hit a winner up the line instead. So you got to go for that. Like I think sometimes we forget that, yeah, okay, when you played Djokovic Nadal back in the day, you had to redline your game. When you play Sinner these days, you still have to redline your game. Like Jodar probably wouldn't go for that shot against everybody else. He would have gone up the line a little bit less aggressively. But against Sinner, you've got to pull the trigger on that shot. And you might miss. Or you might get it in. Forehand now Sinner as Jodar backing up the line. There's a good shot. But Sinner forehand open court. Jodar can't get it. All right, 3-0. Sinner holds. Because if he hits that in, the crowd go wild. He's got another break point. So you have to take that risk, you know? If you go for the safe shot cross court, you're going to lose. All right, Sinner holds 3-0. Somehow Sinner survives. Because I'll tell you, that drop shot almost cost him again. He got saved by his own lob. But he almost cost himself with a drop shot that Jodar got. And smacked up the line. All right, 3-0, sorry. Serve. Is an ace from Jodar. Tell you what though, this crowd's found voice. I don't think this crowd's made this much noise since like the first 2 games. They had nothing to talk about in the first, since the first 2 games. But now, they got everything to cheer for. All right, Jodar serves. The backhand of Sinner. Into the backhand of Jodar up the line. Great shot. And Sinner puts that lob long. God, I love that up the line forehand into the stretching, backhand into the forehand stretching Sinner. Tell you, that backhand is, that's a shot. His shot quality on the backhand in this match, by the way, is at a 9.0. It's by far his best shot so far based on shot quality. Sinner's best shot, I mean, he's 8s all around, or 8, like mid-8s. But the 9.0 is the best thing for Jodar. Is we're going to forehand up the line to the backhand of Jodar. Sinner with a forehand, inside in winner. Beautiful shot. All right, 30-15. But yeah, Sinner with the 19 errors, 19 winners. 14 forehand errors from Sinner. Like, that is a lot. Like, he's hit 19 errors. 14 of those have been on the forehand. Jodar's hit 11 forehand errors. 9 winners, though. 20 errors in total. As the return goes to the backhand of Jodar. Cross-court the backhand of Sinner. Jodar backhand. Up the line to the forehand of Sinner. Jodar backhand again. Into the backhand of Sinner is Jodar. Forehand inside in. Good shot. Sinner gets on the stretch. Jodar, forehand, drop shot. Oh, he pushed it wide. 30-0. Oh, man. He had Sinner running and scrambling, but he just didn't execute. 30-0. Another dangerous game. All right, back to Jodar on serve. 30-0. Good serve out wide. Sinner return goes long on the forehand. And it's 40-30. All right, 40-30 Jodar to stay in front. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. Return from Sinner goes in the back of Jodar. Back in the Sinner. Again to the back of Jodar. Sinner again to the forehand of Jodar as Jodar just missed it wide. And it goes to deuce. All right, deuce. Jodar serves again. A7T, all right. All right, Jodar serves again to stay in front. All right, return. Into the forehand of Jodar. Sinner, forehand up the line is wide. Another error on the forehand side of Sinner, and it's 4-3 Jodar. He stays in front. All right. Jodar keeps the lead. All right, how we doing, chat? Seems like the experience will carry the day. No, not yet. I mean, Jodar's still in this. Now, the problem the question I have is if it does go 3, that's when we start talking about, physically, Jodar, how is he going to go in the third, right? Sinner giving me a heart attack, yeah. Feels like season of upsets. Jodar can do it? Yeah, maybe. We have had a lot of upsets this week. Jodar missing a lot of forehands. He is, but I would say Sinner's missing more. I mean, literally missing more. Even Sinner's serve is not as good as it usually is. I mean, he's serving at 60... What is it? He's at 60% first serves in, 66% of points won on first serve. Usually, he's in the 80s of first serve points won. So he's not serving... He's not getting the 3 points on serve that he's used to getting, Sinner. Like, he is not getting those 3 points on serve. Yeah, 66%. He is lower than the tour average. The tour average is 72. So he is, for some reason, not getting... Well, because Jodar's hitting great returns as well. Got to give him credit. But yeah, he's not getting the 3 points on his serve. And also, maybe because this is inside. Maybe it's a little bit... I know we think indoors is faster, but maybe the indoor, being a bit colder as well. I'm not sure what the conditions are inside. If they're, maybe a little bit... outside, the altitude, I don't know. I'm not sure how, the science of it works. But on the inside, inside, I mean, maybe he's not getting as many free points because it's slower indoors in this particular situation. Wait, what? All right. So Jodar returns to the forehand of Sinner. Sinner overhits it. 15-0. Just a bad day in the office for Sinner, yeah. Or maybe he's not serving. Maybe he's made an adjustment because he's missing a lot of first serves. So he's serving a little safer today, which is costing him. All right, 15-0. Sinner serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve is double fault. And the crowd go wild. 15-30. Sinner serves again. That's a fault from Sinner again. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Jodar. Back end of Sinner. Getting the back and Jodar up the line. Sinner with a forehand on the stretch. Jodar on the attack. Goes back behind Sinner for a break point. 15-40. And Sinner's starting to stretch his legs. Wow. Oh, he's moving his hip. Sinner has got a bad hip. His right hip, he just touched as he tried to stretch out his legs. 15-40. All right. Jodar has not broken Sinner for the match. Yet. Sinner serves. The crowd are going crazy. Sinner with a serve. Into the forehand of Jodar. Good return. Sinner back in on the stretch. Jodar up the line. A Sinner forehand goes cross court. Jodar gets it. Sinner back in the rally. Hits a forehand winner. 30-40, but he doesn't look super comfortable, Sinner. 30-40. Still break point here for Jodar. Still break point to get the break here and serve for the second. 30-40. Serve again, Sinner. Into the backhand of Jodar. Return goes deep into the forehand of Sinner. Jodar, backhand. Again to the forehand of Sinner. Jodar, backhand again to the forehand of Sinner. As Jodar backhand goes into the backhand of Sinner now. As Jodar again backhand to backhand with Sinner. Sinner up the line. Jodar slice. Sinner comes to the net. Forehand inside out. Winner. Great play by Sinner. Great depth by Sinner. Deuce. All right, Sinner survives. All right, deuce. Sinner serves again. Out wide of the forehand of Jodar. Good return. And then Sinner hits a forehand long. Jeez, Jodar with a great depth of return. And Sinner's forehand lets him down again. Advantage Jodar. And the crowd go crazy. Advantage Jodar, third break point of the game. Serve again. Into the backhand of Jodar, return. Into the forehand of Sinner. Cross court the forehand of Jodar. Sinner forehand. Drop shot. Jodar's going to get it. And hit a slice. Sinner backhand. Oh, is it in? What a shot by Sinner. Wow. He hits a cross court backhand flick. And Jodar was running the other way. He thought it was going to go up the line. So he started running, but Sinner somehow threads the needle. Like that was... Whoa. Even Jodar was about to celebrate. He's like, how did you hit the line? How did you get that shot in? By the way, off a slice backhand, he flicks that shot in for a winner. I mean, that's ridiculous. Deuce. Sinner serves. Into the backhand of Jodar. Return goes short. Sinner backhand up the line. Winner. Easy. Serve comes to the rescue. Helps him with a backhand. Advantage Sinner. Another long game on Sinner's serve. All right, advantage Sinner. Sinner to keep things level. Serve. Into the backhand of Jodar. In comes Sinner. With a backhand cross court, but Jodar's there with a backhand off the tape. Sinner behind the back. Goes wide. What a weird rally. Sinner just making the silliest error that he could have. He hit it straight to Jodar, who was obviously going to be running out wide. Like, Sinner could have hit that anywhere, and he hit it cross court. Jodar's like, I'm right there. Why are you doing this? And then it hit the tape and Sinner had to go behind the back and it... All right, deuce again. Sinner just needed to hit a little chip backhand up the line. It would have been a winner. Serve is a fault from Sinner. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Jodar. Sinner forehand up the middle is good. Jodar gets it back. Sinner forehand inside out. To the back of Jodar up the line. And Jodar missed it wide. And it's advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner to level this at 4-all in the second. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve into the backhand of Jodar. Jodar in the net. And Sinner takes the game. And I think he's going to go over and change rackets. All right, 4 games all. 4 games all. All right. The kid is fade up. If Sinner, he is trying with everything. Okay. Why people are talking about luck? Like Sinner is a great player and is playing good. Let's just say that Jodar is lucky today. Well, I mean, if you hit the tape or you shank a shot, I mean, that's... that's... What do you call that? 4-0. As Jodar serves again. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return goes forehand Jodar. Sinner. Forehand up the middle. Jodar with a backhand goes long and it's 15. Love 15. But I tell you this, chat. Even if Jodar doesn't get this set, I think he's proven himself enough today. I mean, he's proven himself this week, right? The way that he played against Demon, the way that he's played the last couple of weeks, I think he's definitely proven that he is going to be a threat and someone to watch for. As with a forehand up the line to the backhand of Jodar, backhand of Sinner. Again, the backhand of Jodar and the net from Jodar on the backhand. 2 backhand errors, love 30. Love 30. It's going to be fun because the winner of this match, right, plays the winner of Lehechka and Fils. Sinner's not got an easy road to the final now. I mean, this has been a workout. Those guys are both, as long as they don't beat the crap out of each other for 3 hours and get injured, right? Because that could happen tonight, right? Fils and Lehechka could play for like 3.5 hours and both be absolutely wrecked, and then have to play Sinner, right? That could happen. But I'll tell you, both those guys watching this will go, we can do that. We can play like this guy. Maybe we could beat Sinner or threaten Sinner, right? Also, if Sinner is dealing with some sort of an injury, which he did seem to, at least in the last game, did seem to grab his hip and sort of give it a bit of a workout. Lehechka and Fils, if they get out of their match clean, they'll be ready. They'll be liking their chances. And we know they both play aggressive too. Those guys both play like Jodar. They're going to go after it. They don't hold back. So Sinner's not going to get somebody who's just going to chip it back to him and give him the easy shots. 15-30. Serve goes in the back and a Sinner. Return to the forehand of Jodar. Sinner with a drop shot. And Jodar backhand. Sinner open court. Winner. That drop shot off the line was good enough. And it's break points for Sinner. 15-40. Now, Sinner does get the day off tomorrow if he does win, so... I mean, if he loses, he gets the day off tomorrow too. They both get the day off tomorrow. All right, 15:40. So he does have a day to recover. The semis are on Friday. All right, 15:40. Break points for Sinner. As Jodar serves. A fault. Second serve. As a return from Sinner in the net on the forehand. Geez, that forehand, I tell you. He's got to figure out how to do that in the semis if he makes it. Where is that forehand? All right, 30-40. Breakpoint number 2 for Sinner. As Jodar serves. Into the back of Sinner. Return is wide. Jodar gets the deuce. Nice hitting from Jodar. Nice serve there. Back to deuce. All right, deuce. That's a bit of serve out wide. Into the forehand of Sinner. Oh, and Jodar shanks it. He shanks it wide. Good return, Sinner. Good depth. Advantage, Sinner. Advantage, Sinner. Serve Jodar. Into the back of the Sinner. Return goes short. And Jodar puts away the forehand. And we get back to deuce. Nice shot from Jodar. Nice serve. Puts away the easy forehand. Back to deuce. By the way, we've got about 2 hours until the next match. We start with the ladies' match tonight, and then we go to Feast Lehechka after that. Serve again. Into the back of Sinner. Return goes to the back end of Jodar. Inside out winner on that backhand side. Sinner wasn't expecting that. Advantage Jodar. To get the lead again. All right, advantage Jodar. As Jodar serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes in the forehand of Jodar. Sinner forehand. Into the forehand of Jodar. Again, the forehand of Sinner. Jodar on the stretch. In the net. And we get back to deuce. All right, marathon game. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to like the video. We're at 500 likes. Can we get to 1,000? If we get to 1,000, I'll give 10 members. All right, deuce. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sinner up the line and the net by Sinner. Another error on Sinner's forehand. Advantage Jodar. Advantage Jodar. Another error from Sinner on that forehand. Seven to the forehand, Sinner return, goes long, and Jodar stays in front. And he's getting the crowd involved. He's doing this one. All right, 5-4. Jodar. Sinner's going to serve to stay in the set. All right. Sinner will serve to stay in it. How we doing, chat? How we doing, chat? We're getting a match here. Oh, yeah. Not over yet. No matter what happens, this is a match. It's been a very good experience for Jodar. And he did very, very well. Only 4 months on tour. And he's putting a fight at the number one. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody in their right mind is going to, like, diss Jodar for this. Like, Jodar has put on a good performance, even if he does go down. But also, if he wins, I mean, if he wins a set, hell. That's impressive. Sinner's playing without his forehand. I mean, yeah, that's true, but also, that's not Jodar's problem. I mean, it's not his fault. Now, the thing is, and I'm not a doctor, but surprise. But I wonder if the hip and the forehand are connected, because uncharacteristically, he is hitting so many forehands. You know, yeah, okay, he does make errors sometimes, but the forehand is so error prone for Sinner. He's hit 17 forehand errors, only one backhand error, right? Like, is there something going on? And we saw that last game when he served that hip. He sort of like had the hip problem, or he looked concerned about it. I wonder if that forehand issue, the hip issue, is connected to the forehand errors. I guess we'll find out after if he makes comments about it, but it would make sense if he's making a lot of forehand errors and he does have a sore hip, that it would probably be somewhat connected. As it a backhand drop shot from Sinner. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. 15 love. Like loading up on the forehand, you know, and putting all your weight on that side to hit the forehand. Whereas on the backhand, you can kind of hit an open stance and put all your weight on your left leg as a right-hander. All right, serve again. 15 love. Sinner serves a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Jodar. Backhand for Sinner again. The backhand of Jodar. Jodar hits a wide. Free point. 30 love. Serve again. As Sinner with a good serve. 40 love. Jeez, this might be the easiest game for Sinner so far. $40 love. As a backhand return is a winner by Jodar. Woo-hoo-hoo. What a shot. 40-15. What a backhand. That was off a first serve. 40-15. Serve. Down the tee, Jodar gets it back. But Sinner puts away the drive volley. All right. It's 5-all. Sinner holds. All right. Back to Jodar. All right. 5-all. Back to Jodar. Going to be great when Jodar starts to incorporate drop shots too. Yeah, he does have that And I don't know if you've ever played tennis, or even if you played tennis as junior. I remember like coaching, and I had this problem too when I was a junior, but like coaching juniors or coaching players like that are really green, all you want to do is hit winners. All you want to do is bash the ball. You don't want to do the boring defensive stuff. You want to hit winners. You want to do highlights, right? You want to do what they do on the TV, right? You want to copy the Alcarazes, and you want to be like, like what Jodar is, right? You want to try and do those shots. Jodar has a little bit of that, where it's like he doesn't have he's got good defense, sprinting, but he is definitely trying to like he's trying to smack the ball for winners all the time, right? He's going all that. And I know you have to do that against Sinner. But if he does turn it down a notch and he controls those shots and he's a little bit more patient, which will come with time, right? He's only 19, and gets a little bit more patient, especially when he's playing these guys, right? That's when it's going to be really, really fun to watch him. Because he's still going to have those shots. But then, same with Fonseca. 12 months ago, Fonseca had this same thing, right? Where he was going nuts, right? He was trying to fly off the court and do jumping winners and go crazy. And then he kind of turned it down a notch, a little bit, and kind of controlled that crazy power. And we've seen him, how good he's been over the last couple of months, right? Just adding a little patience to his game is just going to make it crazy, like make him be even like less error prone, right? It's going to be really fun. Like it's almost like just taming that wild energy, right? 30-15. As he serves a fault second serve. Into the forehand, Sinner. Return goes back in Jodar. Sinner, forehand. Into the net. 40-15. All right, Jodar to get to 6-5 here. And make Sinner serve to get to the tiebreak. $40-15. $40-15. As the return goes in, the forehand Jodar up the line to the back end of Sinner. Jodar, backhand drop shot. Sinner's got it. And crushes it up the line. That was a terrible drop shot. And Jodar punished it as it should have been punished. All right, 40-30. Jodar still a chance to take the lead again. Serve out wide. Sinner slice back. Goes short. Jodar forehand inside in. Sinner with a pass. In the net. Jodar holds. 6-5. Sinner's going to have to play a tiebreak in this second set if he wants to get out of here in straights. All right. By the way, chat, we're almost at 600 likes. Appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We have a lot of new people coming through. Jodar, by the way, is grabbing some snacks. If you're new to the channel, my name's Cam, and I watch lots of tennis. Probably more tennis than is humanly possible, and also probably healthy. But I do it anyway because we love it, and we're here, and why not? What else is there to do? If you also subscribe to the channel, you're subscribing to not only matches, like every single match that you can think of. I think we've already watched about 400 matches this year, or 300 matches this year. Obviously, the Grand Slams, the 1000s, even some of the 500s and the 250s. We cover all of that. Men and women's tennis, not just the men's side. We also cover the women's side. We cover the rankings every week. So after this tournament, we'll talk about rankings. Jodar's ranking in particular, obviously. That's going to be one of the big talking points. We do breaking news. So the Alcaraz stuff coming out. The illness that is spread around Madrid. Swiatek and Gauff getting sick. What that was all about. We talked about that a couple of days ago. We do match previews, draw previews for the big tournaments, all that stuff. Pretty much everything that you need to know about professional tennis, the professional circuit, we got you covered. So that's what you're subscribing to. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't, you don't. We're trying to get to 300K by the end of the year. And I've been doing this for 8 years. Coming up 8 years this year. And that's my dog. She's a pug. She's asleep. And if you hear snoring, it's her. All right. Sinner is serving to stay in the set again. Can Jodar steal the set? That is the question. Sinner to serve. Serve. Into the forehand Jodar. Return. Goes long. 15 love. 15 love. Serve again. As the backhand return goes in net. 30 love. 30 love. 30 love. Sinner serves again. And Jodar in the net. 40 love. Easy holds coming up here for Sinner. The last two games, serving to stay in it, Sinner has lifted his level. All right. Sinner serves an ace. We're going to the tiebreak. All right.
And now it's time for the tiebreak game.
So, whoops. Anyways, who's going to win the tiebreak? I don't know why that didn't show up. Who's winning the tiebreak? One Love Sinner. He gets a mini break already. One Love Sinner. Oh, I couldn't even hear me. Doesn't even matter. One Love Sinner. Well, the cinema is down for maintenance, all right? Don't worry, we'll refund all your tickets. One Love Sinner. Serving the forehand of Jodar. Return goes into the drop shot of Sinner. Jodar can't get it. All right. Two Love Sinner. Two Love Sinner. Two Love. As the return goes out by Jodar, Three Love Sinner. All right. Sinner cruising. It's only one mini break though. Two Love. All right, Two Love. Now we get a fault second serve. As with a backhand now from Jodar. That goes long. And it's 4 Love Sinner in the tiebreak. All right, 4 Love. And this tiebreak is going very, very quickly to Sinner. Jodar serves. A fault. Second serve. Did anyone say 7 something? Second serve, the backhand Sinner. Return goes to backhand Jodar. Sinner backhand. Into the backhand of Jodar. Sinner backhand slice. Into the backhand of Jodar. Sinner backhand again to the backhand of Jodar. Jodar hits it long. 5-love Sinner. Jeez, man. Brutal. 5-love. Five love. Sinner's going to serve for the bagel in the tiebreak. Five love Sinner. Serving the forehand to Jodar. Return goes to forehand to Sinner. Jodar, forehand on the attack. Overhits it. 6-0. They change ends. Sinner's got 6 match points. 6 match points for Sinner. He's won the last 10 points in a row. All right. 6-0 Sinner. Sinner's got match point. He's going to serve for it. Take his spot in the semi-finals. All right. 6-0. Match points. Sinner serves. Into the backhand of Jodar. Return the backhand of Sinner. Into the backhand of Jodar. A Sinner backhand again. As Jodar backhand again. The backhand of Sinner up the line. Jodar forehand cross. Sinner. Forehand up the line is good. Jodar can't get it. Sinner wins. But that was not easy. Even the first set. Even that first set, 6-2 was misleading. There was only 4 games or 2 games in that first set that Sinner ran away with it. But up and like that, like Sinner only had it easy for maybe 2.5 games in that entire match. The rest of the match was a slog. And the tiebreak was a little bit easy. But man, what a fight from Sinner. But he gets through. And I wonder what is, again, we got to keep an eye on what he says in the press conference and stuff about why his forehand was off, if there's any sort of fatigue issues. Obviously played a lot of tennis lately, but he's into the semis of Madrid, and he'll take on the winner of tonight's match between Fils and Lehechka. But I tell you, Jodar, nobody should be dismissing Jodar. Like, this guy is super dangerous. Super, super dangerous. He's a little bit of a wild stallion, a little bit of a wild man. But just like all those guys, that generation, most of them are like super ultra aggressive the way they play. He'll eventually rein it in enough to be able to compete and you get the patience in this in these matches. But a great performance. Quarterfinals of 1,000, first time ever. He did not disappoint. All right. Tiebreak was a little easy, yeah. Sinner was just saving all those shots up for the tiebreak to go bang. He's had a good run? Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean, the last 3 tournaments, he won a title in 250, he made a semi-final of 500, and he's made a quarterfinal of a 1,000. So he's like, even though like, yeah, okay, he's gone from win down, but the tournaments have gone up. So really, 250, semis of a 500 and then quarters of a 1,000. He's done very, very solid. He's been very, very solid. Face Goran can do it? Yeah, maybe. Expected that Sinner would lose a set against a dangerous young in-form player and still wins in straights. Well, yeah. Hey, look, he did have to fight for the second, though. It definitely wasn't easy. I love the bagel tiebreak. Yeah, he saved all the good shots for that. He saved all those points. Now he's into the semis. I think, is this the first semi of Madrid? Sinner, I don't think Sinner's made it to the semis of Madrid before. Let me check. Let me check what his... Yeah, first semi-final Madrid. He made the quarters 2 years ago. He didn't play last year, of course. So yeah, first semi-final, and now he's made the semi-finals or better at every 1,000 event. So yeah, he's only, obviously we know that he hasn't won this tournament or Rome, but yeah, semi-finals or better at all the 1,000s, and if he wins in that semi, he'll have made all the finals of a 1,000. So yeah, so awesome to see that. 9 Masters loading, that'd be ridiculous. 160 average serve, second serve. Not bad, yeah. Well, I'll tell you some of the stats that have been going on. So, 29 winners, 27 errors from Sinner, 19 forehand errors. So that was obviously something we spoke about the entire match. 20 winners, 30 errors from Jodar. His error count went up at the end as he was trying to force things a little. 9.3 performance rating and 8.7 for Jodar. 9.3 for Sinner. So Jodar, like, ridiculous. His average performance rating is a 7.7. So crazy. Sinner also played above average. He was usually a 9.1. Played at a 9.3. So yeah, both those guys playing better than their usual selves. Yeah, the winners were mainly for Jodar's forehand, but he did a couple of good service winners as well. But the thing with Sinner, I mean, that the drop shots, he does seem like he's trying the drop shots. Like he's obviously going to have to use those against Alcaraz and maybe some of these other guys in the future. But yeah, it was a hit and miss shot today, the drop shot. He definitely wasn't his best shot. Did actually end up hitting not too many bad drop shots towards the second end of the set. But the first set, he was missing so many. It actually ended up being a better shot as the match went on. The drop shot worked better and better. Maybe that's because Jodar was fatiguing, but still. It's still worth using because he needs to add that to his bag of tricks if he's going to compete against Alcaraz and keep beating Alcaraz, right? Backhand cross-court was a massive shot for Sinner as well. That was one of the better shots. And the forehand up the line, even though he did miss a lot of forehands, the forehand up the line was something that he was playing well at. Jodar's strengths, or one of his strengths, that backhand line was huge. That was one of his most successful shots throughout the entire match. That was the one that really got him. And also the forehand inside in and the forehand inside out. So those aggressive shots, forehand line, like those aggressive shots. When he was making Sinner move and going after Sinner. Those were the things that really worked for him and kept Sinner off balance. That's the thing. If you rally with Sinner cross court or you can't, punch through Sinner, it's going to make your life hell. But he can do that. He's got those shots that will make Sinner have to think and have to react. So, yeah. But definitely a player like Jodar should be on the list with Fonseca, with all those guys that we've mentioned over the last 18 months. He's on that list for sure. Even before today, he was on that list. Sinner wrote in the camera, what a player. Smart. Smart. You get that crowd on your side. I know the ratings are objective, but in my opinion, Sinner's worse than usual and made many unforced errors. No, by the way, the performance ratings are not objective. they're stats driven. But like Sinner, if I look at his shot quality for his backhand, for his forehand, he's usually an 8.8. He was at an 8.5. So his forehand was below average. His serve was a little bit higher than average, and his backhand really saved the day. It was really like Sinner obviously played a solid match, but yeah, his forehand was the thing that let him down, which is unusual. We're not, he doesn't usually miss that many forehands, make that many forehand errors as he was today. Sinner's now reached every semifinal of Masters. Yeah, we just said that before. Just mentioned that like 20 seconds ago. Zverev should win this, but with Sinner, I know he can't. So yeah, the winner of this match will take on... Sorry, Sinner will take on the winner of tonight's match, and then Zverev-Kaboli tomorrow will take on the winner of Ruud and Bloksch. So Zverev in the final against Sinner is the only way they play. But yeah, we'll see. Cam, if Feast wins against Lehechka, do you think he'll win against Jannik? It'll depend on how Feast wins. Because if Feast has a 3-hour match against Lehechka, which could definitely happen, like tonight is going to be a grind, or could be a grind. If Feast is able to get through Lehechka in an hour and a half, 2-2, come into the match against Sinner fresh, and same with Lehechka, vice versa, right? If Lehechka beats Feast easily and comes to the Sinner match fresh, they will look at this match and go, oh, this guy actually showed us a way of how we could play this guy. Because both Feast and Lehechka can do what Jodar did, right? Go up the line, be aggressive. Like, those guys can play like that. And you could say that they're better than that because they're a bit more polished, they've got more experience, right? They don't have the nerves of first time in the semis. Like, they've all been to these big stages before, or at least Lehechka has. Feast is still, he's still got experience, winning stuff anyway. So he's still like, those guys will look at this match and be able to take parts of like, oh, his forehand wasn't great. I'm going to pick on that. All right, backhand up the line, forehand up the line. Okay, I've got to be, more aggressive against Sinner. Like, they're going to use all those things and take what Jodar kind of showed tonight and use it because they can play like that. That's the problem Sinner's got. It's not like he's got, it's not like the other semi-finals got like, I don't know, Demonor versus Humbert. No, Humbert's aggressive. Demonor versus, I don't know, who's another defensive type? Fekina, right? More defensive than aggressive, right? If he was playing one of those guys, Sinner would be like, "Oh, good, I just have to grind out tomorrow, or in the semis." But these guys are gonna they're gonna get in his face. But it does depend on tonight's match, because if they play a 3-hour epic and it's a grind fest, it probably doesn't matter who Sinner plays after that because he'll probably like his chances either way. So, and it's kind of like how we saw with Paul Feast. Feast played that grind, and then he played the semis and he was just stuffed. So, yeah, the winner of tonight has to win relatively easy, I think, to have any chance against Sinner. Tonight's a long match. Advantage Sinner. Massive advantage Sinner, right? Even if Feast wins somewhat straightforward, he has played a lot recently. Well, that's true too. That's true as well. I mean, who would be better off against Sinner? Would it be better to have Lehechka play Sinner? Or do you think Feast has a better chance? Like, who has a better chance against Sinner? Who would be a better match? Alcaraz's advice, Sinner is back. I have no idea what that meant. Not going to lie, I would like Feast versus Sinner. I think Feast and Sinner on clay, especially if Feast is feeling good, I feel like that could be an absolute banger. Yeah, Feast has been playing a lot, though. Sinner Lehechka better, you reckon? Okay. Feast have a better chance against Sinner, okay? I would want Ruud versus Sinner. Well, that could be the final. Feast may be playing with more confidence. Okay. If Sinner wins Madrid, do you think he should not play Rome? I think he should play Rome. Like I said this week, because everyone was saying he shouldn't have played this week. Yeah, but also, when's he ever going to get a chance to win? He has to, I think he has to attempt, if he wins Madrid, I think he has to attempt to go for 5 Masters in a row to start the year. Like, that is a piece of history that will never come about again, potentially. For him, may never happen again. For anybody, may not happen. Like, I think unless he's got some, like, really serious injury that he should rest for Roland Garros, if he wins Madrid, he should play Rome to go for that historic record. He'll win. He'll get the record by winning Madrid. But I don't know. But worst case, you can go to Rome, play 2 matches, and go, I can't play anymore. But I think I don't know. History on the line. Like, I feel like it's worth. He's got to have a crack at it. It might affect his chances at RG. Yeah, but history. Like I said, worst case, he can just pull out of Rome. If he's like, oh, actually, I'm really sore, I'm not going to play. Like, he can pull out of Rome mid-tournament. But I reckon, like chat, just think about it, right? You're about to do, like, you can do something. You have a chance to do something that has never been done before, may never be done again. And you're just going to go, actually, I'm not even going to attempt it. Like, that sounds kind of crazy. To not attempt the historic feat. Like, I don't know. I feel like you've got to at least play the first match. Right? You got to at least, unless you're injured and there's a reason. But if you're not hurt, and there's no reason why you shouldn't go for that historic record, then plus it's also his home tournament, exactly. It's also his home tournament. And plus, we should be selfish as fans to want that. Do you not want to see history? We should all be like, yeah, play, because I want to see something crazy that's never been done before. And I want to brag to people in 20 years and say, I watched Sinner win all those 1000s in a row and it's never been done. And it hasn't been done since. You know, like, I want to be like, I was there. Obviously, if he's hurt, there's no point in playing, right? And plus, at the end of the day, if he wins Madrid, he's got the record anyway. But he will have that record for a lot longer if he wins Rome. Because no one's winning the first 5 Masters in a row. Like, there's no one doing that. Not for a long time. I mean, no one's done. It's been like, what? 10 years or 15 years since Djokovic won the first 3? And with the new 1000 coming in, it's only going to get harder. He has to win Madrid first. Exactly. He has to win Madrid first, and then we'll talk about Rome. And it does depend on how he gets out of Madrid. If he gets out of Madrid and he's limping around, don't play Rome. Like, there's no reason to risk not playing RG. But if he gets out of Madrid and he doesn't look terrible, at least go try and play Rome. Like, he can always withdraw from Rome mid-tournament. Always. He can play the second round and then go, third round, I'm not playing. I'm going to rest. Best of both worlds. He goes home, he plays a match, the crowd are happy, he pulls out, he gets fitter for the next one. Like, it's all, like, that seems like the better solution if he wins Madrid. Like, at least go to Rome, play a match, and then go from there. Anyways, he has to win 2 more matches first. Yeah, we're watching it, yeah. What's the new 1000? So there's a 1000 in Saudi Arabia coming out in a couple of years. And that's happening, I think, in February is the general, it's definitely start of the year before Indian Wells. It'll be the first 1000 of the year, will be the Saudi Arabia 1000. One week rest is still good enough. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, we talk about Rome being back-to-back with Madrid, but it's actually technically, if you're seeded, and also being the defended finalist, being the hometown favorite, they're going to let him play the last second, right? Like, they're going to go, you've just won Madrid, we're going to put you on the last match of the second round to give him as much time as possible. So, you know, they're not going to put Sinner on, you know, the first match of the day on the Thursday. they're going to put him on the last match of the day on the Saturday. So he would get, 6 days rest. If Sinner wins Madrid, he will definitely go to Rome, no doubt. Hey, there you go. By the way, chat, we've got like an hour and a half until the next match. With Rome, he could close the Golden Masters. Well, that's exactly right. I mean, yeah. Just think this, chat, right? By the time we get to the grass, Sinner could have a career slam, the Golden Masters, well and truly have the record for, 1,000s in a row, 1,000s to start the year. Like, once we get to grass, he might have three massive, like, legacy level achievements that one of them, Alcaraz is one of them, right? He won the career slam. He'll be the second man to win the Golden Masters, but he'll also be the only man to win all of those events in a row. So, and that's like legacy stuff, right? That's like, yeah, okay, you can win Grand Slams and you'll get put on the trophy, but like these are things that you're going to be like remembered for. Like that's what, like Jannik Sinner did that thing that nobody else has done. Whereas like tennis, everything's kind of been achieved, right? There's most of the achievements besides a golden calendar slam on the men's side, most of the achievements are sort of been ticked off at this stage, unless there's new achievements that come along. So when there is a record that hasn't been done, or there's something that hasn't been done before, it'll give Sinner, like, he will be the only man to have done any of that, which is very rare in this situation, right? Because tennis has been around for ages, right? Whereas, like, a lot of players have won the career slam now, right? It's becoming almost the only, like, if you want to be in the, be a great player, you have to have done that, right? So many players have done that now. Golden Masters, one man's done it. So that's obviously huge if he gets that. But no one's done this other thing, so... Be up there in the most dominant season in history. Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean, it'll go down. It could go down as one of the... Yeah. At the moment, what is he? Like 40-2? Having only lost like 2 matches at the start of the year, right? Like his season at the moment, 27-2. Okay, I got a little excited, right? 27-2. If he wins Rome, Madrid, Roland Garros, that'll put him on what? So he's got 2 matches here, so 29-2 plus 6 is 35, plus Roland Garros, 42-2. 42-2 going to the grass? I mean, 42-2 going to the grass. What was Djokovic 2015? Because that was the, like that, it feels like that. When Djokovic won 41 in a row, right? I mean, 82-6 was the Djokovic 2015 season. Let me have a look. What was his record by the time we got to the grass? So Djokovic, by the time we got to June, he was 41-3. Once we got to the grass, 41-3. So it's tracking better than Djokovic 2015. Like, that's insane. Like that's what Sinner would be at if he got to that point. Like, that's crazy. By the way, Djokovic didn't win 41 in a row. My bad. That was another season. 2011 was the 41 in a row. My bad. Yeah. I just saw then, I'm like, oh wait, Federer beat him in Dubai. Whoops. Yeah. So 2011, was that more impressive? Like, was 2011 a better start to the year, like to Wimbledon, maybe? Let me check. Why is this not showing? Oh, okay. Yeah, let me find this. Yeah, so, okay. So he was... Hang on. Stupid thing's broken. Here we go. So 2011, it must have been a better start to the year. 41-1. So yeah, he went to, but again, I mean, 42 wins to the French Open would be a record. 42-2 is better than 41-1, right? Maybe? Or is it 42 out of 44? It's slightly less percentage-wise, but it would be, again, we're talking, I mean, we're comparing it to like greatest seasons ever. So if we're comparing it to two of Djokovic's greatest seasons, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, sorry, did he lose a match at the start of the year? My bad. I thought Djokovic was 41 in a row to start 2011. Oh, no, he was. Yeah, he was 41-1. He didn't lose a match at the start of the year. Yeah, no. The Karlovic loss was in 2015. Oh, yeah, in the start of the year, 2015. Yeah. And then he lost to Federer in Dubai. Djokovic was 41-1 going to Wimbledon unless he played Haller and Queens. I think he missed Queens and Haller. He lost 2 going to Wimbledon, Karlovic and Federer. Yeah, you're talking about which season though? Now we're confused. Anyways, Sinner could be on that level, right? He could be doing that stuff. Now, we've got about an hour and a half until the next match. We're going to be going to Noskova Kostyuk. We're going to find out who's going to play Potapova. Because Potapova got through earlier today. We're going to find out who's going to play Potapova in the semis tomorrow. So I'll send you over there. We've got a couple hours or an hour and a half until we get to that one. But, man, I'll tell you, Jodar, very impressive in the first part of the match and also in the second set. He put up the fight to Sinner, but Sinner was just a little bit more polished in the clutch, especially at the end of that tiebreak. He dominated and just ran away with it. But yeah, great win for Sinner to get through. Another one to get through one of these other kids. He's beaten Fonseca. He's beaten Jodar. He lost the Menchik though, so he's got to get that one back. Maybe he'll get that one back this week. Next week if he plays in Rome. But Sinner wins 2-6. He's into the semis.